Okay. Hi, I'm Sherri.
Oh, I'm Lana.
And this is Real Estate Tips with S&L. Today, I'm very excited to bring some guests along. Dan, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Dan Loring from On the Move Mobile Storage.
Tim Boschman, On the Move.
On the move.
On the move.
Mobile Storage.
Nice.
On the Move for short.
Okay, on the move for short. So, we're in real estate. People move. Makes perfect sense. Tell us how you got into this business.
Well, that's usually Dan's story.
All right, Dan, tell the
I
story.
will say we were driving.
How did you get into the business, but how long? Because I don't know how long you've been in
We
this.
incorporated about 5 years ago.
5 years ago, April.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
Did
be
you
going
find
on
him
6
or
years.
he found you?
We worked together for many years. He was my realtor. I'm the builder. He sold my houses. Our motto was, I build and you sell them.
Ah,
Nice.
oh, so you already knew each other.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
many years.
Oh, so you didn't approach and he didn't approach and you didn't say, let's do this business.
No, but he wanted to do self-storage, fixed storage, which is very expensive investment.
Like owning a building.
Yeah, like
Yes.
multi-million-dollar investment. Where the mobile storage, you could start and build it over time and get in at a lower investment and grow with it. So that's how I called him up because I knew he wanted to do that. And he
Do
agreed.
you actually have to like buy those and store them somewhere?
We do,
Where do you store all that stuff?
in Lancaster.
Oh, okay. So you're local. Like,
Yeah. We're across the street from Kimball's Ice Cream.
Nice.
Behind the gas station, next to
Yeah.
the soccer field.
Oh, wow. That's a great location. So you have to buy these bins and how big are these?
There's 16 and 20, and we have to build them. When
Yeah,
we
we
get,
build them, yeah.
they
Well,
come-
he's a builder
Right.
and an engineer.
To boot.
So anyway, they're 8 foot wide, 8 foot high, 16 feet long.
Hold on. Let me think this. 8 foot
High, 8 feet wide,
Okay.
16 feet long,
Oh.
and 20 feet long.
Yep.
So 16 foot can hold typically about 3 rooms of furniture, and the 20s can go 4 rooms.
Wow.
So usually someone's moving, we talk to them about how much they've got, we figure out what size. We'll bring the container to their house. The original model is that they load it. We're just delivering the containers. When it's full and they close on the new house, we move it to the new house, they unload it. But we've since added a moving piece.
I
awesome.
love this.
So-
You were telling me about
Yeah.
this, Dan. So Dan and I just did a real estate transaction together recently, and at that, meeting, I guess, he was filling me in, and I think this is perfect for us to incorporate in our business because what service you're adding.
So tell me the service. You're literally.
Well, for example, yesterday, we had 2 trucks we brought to a woman in Leominster. I had 5 guys there all day long, emptying her house, filling up those trucks. When the trucks were full, they drove to Delaware. And we set up movers at that end that are unloading them in the new house.
So how far distance would you go for moving?
Continental U.S.
Really?
Oh, yeah, we've sent them to California, Florida, everywhere.
So when you say they go in there and they load up the box, they're not in there packing in a box. It should be already packed, right? They're just going in, get the furniture and.
That's typically what we do, but we have had cases where they ask us to pack the boxes.
Wow, you have really broadened your
We do-
business.
do
Plus, we
everything.
do clean out. So we do clean out, packing, moving, and storage.
Yeah.
And it's geared for real estate agents because we know your timeline and that you have to close. Like last night, they had to be done.
Yeah.
There was no go home at 4 because
Yeah.
they had to walk through at 10 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
And then we did a huge move where we had 5 trucks and we worked like 24 hours through the night. They were
Including
selling-
Dan and I,
Yeah, they
we had to
sold
pitch in.
2 houses and they had
Wow.
to close the next morning. And they said, we cannot leave till this is done.
Yeah.
So there's no moving company that understands the realtor or real estate agent role in this process. And I remember vacuuming a house at midnight because the movers were late and people are yelling at me. So it's a nice feature to offer. And then if your closing date moves, we can move with you. It's not like, oh, you booked that day, we're keeping your deposit, and we can't help you. We try to rearrange to work with other clients that don't really need it that day to help the real estate agent out.
Now, you're not a
If-
franchise, right? You
No.
are your own business.
Right.
Right.
So you're your own boss.
We started off by looking into franchises, and we were able to start our own business at probably a quarter of the cost.
Wow.
When my daughter picked the name,
Yeah.
She chose well.
she used to love dance, and she said, "Call it On the Move."
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great.
That's what
So
came from.
it's you two, and then your group now that you, the moving part, right? And then you have
Employees.
them all over different states.
No. We just
No?
have 2 movers here. We're able to ship to different states by using a third-party carrier.
Got it.
We just work local.
Got it.
If it's pretty much anywhere in New England, we'll actually drive there ourselves. Beyond that, we either put our container on a flatbed and ship it out,
Yep.
or we bring a 24-foot box truck, put everything in that, and that drives out.
So can somebody order this, like, okay, say the seller is thinking about moving, and can they leave the box on their driveway for a while?
Oh yeah,
If they're starting to clean out, getting ready for pictures, so to speak, you can leave it there?
Yeah, a lot of agents use it as a
Like a storage?
to listing. They'll
Mm-hmm.
clean out the garage and the basement, put
try
those
to
items in
declutter.
there. Yeah, declutter.
And,
Okay.
and typically, whoever's in charge of the decluttering wants us to get the container off the property.
Oh, right.
They wanna
Oh,
come-
yeah.
So
Where
we
do you
can-
store it?
The same place in Lancaster. So we can always store there. If there's a delay in the closing, we can store it. I have one person that's not moving for a year. She moved out. We're going to store the container for a year. Next year, we're going to truck her down to North Carolina.
Wow.
Oh, so
That's
you can
huge.
use, so instead of having that facility that you were talking about, the crazy money to have
Yeah.
a building, you can leave them. Is it waterproof? Does it get?
Oh yeah, it's waterproof.
It
Here's
is,
a-
huh?
This is how we store them.
So we have a camera we can put that in front of.
Yeah, if you want to point it right to that one right there.
I'm right here. Zoom in.
Yeah. Now, how many of these do
Here's
you
our
have?
truck with the
There
container
it
on it.
is. I
We
love
have
it.
we have 206 of those,
Wow.
and we've got 2 of these trucks, delivery trucks.
How many did you start with?
48.
48.
Wait, what?
That's
Well, once
huge
we got the
growth.
first 48 almost rented out, we ordered another
48.
48, and
And we just kept
then we
ordering
ordered 72. We just kept ordering them as they're used up. We buy more.
Maybe you should franchise your business for others.
Maybe someday.
Maybe
We're still working
someday.
out the bugs.
Yeah.
We got to get
It sounds like it's affordable.
That's the part I was just going to say.
yes.
In my head, I pictured a very different number, and when you started telling me some of your rates, I was blown away
All right,
because
blow me away.
Yes.
Let me hear it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so to rent a 16-foot unit, we have a discounted price right now for $100. The normal rate's $225, and our 20-foot unit was $325. Now it's $199
Wait a minute. To
Per
rent it?
month.
per month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going on a listing appointment,
Of course.
and they have a lot to do to get the house ready.
I'll pay for it.
And I was just going to say, I will get you that,
Pod.
that, well, no,
Box.
it's
Container.
mobile storage container.
We call it a container.
Okay, and yeah, why not? Why not include that in your listing presentation for your clients? What a service to offer.
And that separates you from the rest of the
That's
crowd.
right, except for the ones that are listening to us. No, you shouldn't do that. That
No,
should just
we
be
want
us.
them to. No, I think this is beneficial and helpful because I can't tell you how many of sellers, buyers, say, "Oh, you must have a list of moving companies, right? Do you know how hard it is? And the cost? The
Yes.
cost is outrageous." So, I have my little black book with all these names and stuff, and I actually, what's the difference from other competitor companies than you?
Well, a traditional mover comes with a 26-foot truck, 2 to 3 to 4 workers to load it, and then they go to the next location to unload it. So if they're warehousing it, now they have to unload it, load
Yeah.
it back, unload it, load it. So that's 4 times. With us, you're just moving it twice, on and off. So you're saving the labor
Right.
and damage to your items.
Right. I like the idea of getting it long before you're ready to list, just to do that decluttering, and then move it aside until you're ready to list, and then might add a second one for moving day.
the moving day.
Yeah.
Well, what makes it convenient is like if you get a U-Haul or a mover, it's all got to be done the same day.
Yes.
Ours is a monthly rate. We leave the container there. They can take 2 or 3 weeks to fill it up.
So what's the monthly rate?
That was the $100 for a 16-foot, $199 for a 20-foot
Okay, so that's per month.
per month.
Per month. Okay, and then there's like a delivery fee
Yes.
and okay.
To deliver a container within 50 miles is $149.
Wow.
And then typically with that from there, we might bring it back to our yard. That's $149.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
each time we move it, because we got to bring the truck out
Right,
and
but we're still
the
talking
movers.
very affordable
Yeah.
versus the thousands and
Yeah.
thousands of
Thousands.
dollars that people can spend on moving. And then, all right, so now if you're adding some manpower, to come in and
pack and
to
move
pack
and
it.
whatever.
Well, I'd rather
Just
pack
move
my
it.
own stuff.
Yeah.
So let's say you're moving everything onto the truck. Is it just an hourly rate or
It is.
Yeah.
Typically 2 men, it's $150 an hour,
Okay.
3-hour minimum.
Nice.
We can put as many as 5. I had 5 guys on yesterday.
Okay. 5 guys.
Yeah.
But you also, that's a huge house,
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Full of antiques and all kinds
Oh,
of
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you like insured and all that, and everyone should be comfortable with?
I think we have 6 different insurance policies, but the actual contents are insured by a separate company. The homeowners would pay for themselves.
Yep. Okay.
We offer that to them. It's called storage
protectors,
Storage
yeah.
protectors.
Okay.
So if the truck drives into the lake on the way there, they've got their coverage.
We know about accidents on your way somewhere,
Yeah.
so yeah.
We usually give everybody the minimum of a $2,000 coverage. It's only $20.
All right.
And there's
so
different tiers that go all the way up to $15,000, $20,000 if they want it.
if I rent one of these and I'm only loading it halfway, I imagine there's a risk of it moving. So what do you
do?
then?
Well, we have strap systems that we provide to hold it
Okay.
in.
I just wanted to say, it just popped in my head as I said it.
Were you thinking you were going to stump them?
So I was thinking my stuff is going to roll
Yeah.
all over the place.
No, I do have people
You know.
concerned about that.
Right.
But
Well, and I'm not a professional mover,
Yeah.
so I could be loading it. I think of Tetris, and doing it wrong and having gaps that shouldn't be there. And
yeah.
Yeah, it runs from one side of the wall to the other. It's a channel, it locks in. And you pull
okay.
the strap so you can get 2, 3, 4 straps, whatever you want to tie in your load.
Yeah.
all right, so you're just kind of locking it in as you go.
Right.
So all right, well that makes better sense.
And most people, I think, if it's furniture, they want somebody to come do it because they're smart enough to know how to
Yeah.
fit it all in.
Right.
When it's boxes, you're
Yeah.
just
Yeah, so the homeowner will do the boxes up front.
Yeah.
Then we come in and put the furniture,
furniture
in
in.
and then balance it off with the boxes.
Yeah.
amazing.
Plus, we provide the moving pads, the lock, the whole thing. So there's no thinking involved
How do you move those boxes?
with a mule system. So we can
I knew
put,
they have mules.
Yep.
so we can put it anywhere you want. It can be behind the house, to the side of the house, where the competitors can only drop behind the truck, like a tow truck, where ours,
Oh, right.
it spins on a dime and it can
Yep.
go anywhere.
I think of it like a wheelbarrow. We put little wheels on the front of the container.
See that?
We pick it up from the back, and we can put it anywhere on the property.
I love it.
That's the biggest advantage we have. Most of our competitors, they have to back their truck into the actual spot
Yeah.
where the container's going.
Yeah.
Like
And that's it.
one of our competitors, I won't name, they lift up the box, then they drive the truck out, and they drop the box down. So if they can't back there, it can't go there.
And they need 8 feet on each side.
Yeah.
We need 1 inch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So we'll leave our truck in the street, take the box off and drive it up their driveway and put it around the backyard, through the carport, in the woods, anywhere they want it. Anywhere. We've never had one that we couldn't deliver. We've had plenty of people call us that said, we had another mover and they said, we can't put it there. We can't do your street. We can't do your driveway. We'd have no problem.
Yeah, because sometimes driveways are not easy to
Yeah.
navigate, or streets.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are the other things that you think people it's the advantage of having it other than
Affordability. It's
Yeah.
a lot less.
Yeah.
So you figure delivery, pickup, that's $300. 1 month's another $100 is $400. And if you load it yourself, you can't even rent a U-Haul and do it that way.
no?
And you
think-
don't have to drive the truck. It's automatically taken care of for you.
Right.
Right.
I think one of the biggest conveniences is the time factor, where they can rent it for a whole month and take their time filling it.
Right.
Don't have to rush and do it all in one day.
That is the worst.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. I was gonna say when I moved last time, I remember the first box that I packed. Everything was so delicately placed in. Towards the end, I just grabbed a box and just throwing stuff
them
in.
Yeah.
You know, and this is, you know, just chip away at it a little bit at a time. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one other thing we started is personal branding. This is a garage renovation company.
Oh.
So they rent 2, and we ship them all over the state. And then the client fills it up, and they do the garage over, and then put their items back, and then we pick it up and bring it back. But they're getting free advertising while it sits in our yard and drives down the highway. And we do the branding for them for free. They just rent the unit for a year.
We do
I don't
the.
understand. Give it to me again.
This is a banner. It's fabric.
So if
So
we
I have
wanted
your
to
information on it.
you wanted to put Lana Kopsala on the side of that thing.
We do a lot of branding for realtors.
Here's a competitor, but just to show you
Right.
what it looks like.
We've done quite a few of these for realtors.
Oh, on your
Yeah.
box.
Because
stick
we're
it-
not a franchise, we
Yeah.
can cover up our branding.
So when you go to that listing presentation and you rent that thing for your client for a month, it's going to have your banner sitting in their driveway that whole time.
So when all
Right.
their friends come to help them load it,
Yeah,
and
who's
they
your
say,
realtor?
Lana gave me this unit.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
my realtor didn't give me that. Why didn't I call Lana to list my house?
And we have realtors that if they've got enough clients, they'll move it from one house to the next to the next.
Yeah.
Typically, they'll pay for the first month for their client.
Or you put it in a high visible location so people driving by see it.
Right.
So where can you advertise for $100 a month? Right? Plus you
Yeah.
have the utilization of the unit to use for your clients.
I love that.
And then if you
Yeah.
have more clients than units, you just get our regular units. And then if you decide, hey, I need 2, then we put it on. And it's just a 1-year commitment. And if you ever decide you don't want to do it, we just peel the branding off.
So
Well, I can
there's
see
one
the
of these on
wheels
both
turning.
sides.
You
Yeah.
know, like right now, I'm sitting here thinking, well, you've got 2 clients for sure.
Right.
Because why wouldn't you do this to help your clients? It's sort of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the cleanouts. You mentioned cleanouts.
Yeah,
Does that
so-
mean like you take it and you can get rid of it?
Yeah, so we have dumpsters dropped and we recycle into one of our units. So we'll send it to Goodwill or to the metal
Stop
location.
it. You divide the stuff even?
Right.
So you don't just trash.
Right. So we try to keep as much out of the landfill as possible. And then we have one 20-foot unit from a house we just cleaned out that's going to Goodwill.
So what is the cost for that?
Same thing, $150 an hour, 2 guys in a
For
truck.
2 guys. And some we
And it's
we
like a
just had
minimum
one.
of 3
Right.
hours.
Yeah, we just had one. The cleanout was so big; it didn't take 2 days to do it. Right?
No, that took about a month. Because, you're in between them trying
Yeah.
to sort through their things.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything.
oh.
But, we'd do 5 hours one day, then 8 hours the next, and then go for a few weeks. But we did the exterior clean out, the whole yard. And then we did the garage, the shed, the interior, the basement, the whole thing.
Wow.
So now,
That is incredible.
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I like the piece because I know a lot of people, especially when it's a house that has been in the family, they're like, well, we don't want this all tossed out. And I'm thinking, well, who wants it? Nobody wants it.
Right.
But like you are able to, you think of all the people that could use it, but you don't know of them. Oh, I should have
Yeah.
called you and I didn't know. But if you're giving that to Goodwill, what a good
Goodwill,
feeling that people
Salvation Army.
That's a-
There's the Habitat for Humanity.
Humanity.
There's one other one we had too.
Yeah, there's a resource center.
Yeah, there's
Whoever
all
will
kinds
take
of places,
it,
yeah.
And then the metal place in Fitchburg, they'll take the metal.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
then the rest goes to waste management.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
That's
if, someone can resell something, we'll help them with that. We'll deliver it for them.
You are helping me for my afternoon appointment, by the way.
Right after this. Yeah.
You will be in my little black book. You will be in the little black book. I always tell people, just go to my little black book. Well, guess who's going in the little black book? That is incredible because how many people call for a clean out, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I do a lot of clean outs. And the pricing for clean outs is outrageous.
I know.
For
I know.
a small 10-yarder
Yeah.
truck, to
Yeah.
$1,000, $1,200
Yep.
just for that one unit.
Now, what about like, paint and
Yeah,
oil?
how do you get rid of all that?
That has to be separated.
Is that something you even deal with?
Yeah, we'll deal with that too.
We have to. If it's in there.
It's in there.
The latex, you just take the cover off and let it dry.
Dry
out.
out.
Yeah.
But the oil goes. Well, you can always go to Devon's. They take everything.
Oh, okay.
They're right next to us.
So you're doing all of that.
Do everything.
And it's that flat rate. And you're all over the place with it. Wow. Now, this doesn't surprise me because Dan, being in this business as the real estate agent side of things, you're seeing all of this over the years, and you've been selling real estate for a very long time.
Yeah, 29 years.
So yeah, you're, and
I thought it was 120.
I know.
yeah, I know.
It's like, dude, that's it? I was just going to say, that's it?
It's the white hair that gives it away.
29. No, I would have thought
All the time.
But you, with 29 years experience in real estate, you do see a lot.
Well, the big
And-
frustration is the mover piece.
Right.
Not
right.
showing up, coming and getting their materials and holding them hostage with a higher rate.
damaging things.
Yeah.
And not shipping on time.
Us having to clean out.
Yeah, us
Yeah.
having to clean out last minute. and
I've been
to
hearing
move.
customers tell me that people are charging and not showing up at all.
I would say, one of your competitors you named earlier, I've had more than one occasion where this container is sitting in a driveway and the closing has taken place and the seller is saying, well, they were supposed to come yesterday and they still haven't shown up. And you've got a buyer saying, get your stuff out of
Get
here.
outta
Yeah.
here.
You
They
know?
have a 2-week window and they only come Tuesdays to this area.
So it's, that's
Where
crazy.
you call us, we had a guy call on a Saturday at an urgent situation. A realtor needed to move this guy out, and we called the driver in and went and did it.
Yeah.
So if we can accommodate, we will.
Some of these companies, like say it's a Wednesday, you call them up. So we go to your area on Tuesdays. You got to wait a week.
Yeah.
If we fit in the schedule, we're coming that day. But
Right.
I'm hoping we don't have the availability the same day. But within a day or two, we usually can do it.
Right.
Let me see if I'm missing anything. So you have the mobile storage, the container itself, the movers themselves. You have a banner for us,
Right.
and you also do cleanouts.
And packing. We'll physically come
And the
in
packing.
with all the materials and pack for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We'll
Now
buy
you
it.
know why I wanted Dan Tim here,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
So it's a full service situation.
That's amazing, and the affordability blows my mind. So how do people get in touch with you? How do we have our clients?
The most common way we get reached is through our website, onthemovemobilestorage.com.
Okay.
I have a lot of people call me directly. We have that phone number's everywhere.
Yep.
Not my phone number, but the company phone number's
So
everywhere.
you're saying the office?
If you call the office
I
phone
don't know.
number,
There's a cell phone here, Tim.
that's mine. No, that's mine. I have a lot of people call me directly.
Okay.
A lot of people just call the company number.
But the 800 line is 833-621-6700.
Yep.
But if you request online, now we have all the details, and it emails all of us. And then if you text or call in, we all get alerted. So Tim and I answer the phones after hours, after 6 p.m., 7
Nice.
days a week. So you're always going to get somebody live.
Yeah.
So we have a full-time dispatch person that takes care of.
So
all
on the
the
website,
coordination.
you can put in a request for a quote.
Yep.
You put in all your information, where you're going, what size you need, and all that.
Yep.
And then we call you back.
Yep.
We look it up. We have to check the mileage, get some prices, call them
Yeah,
back.
of course.
Find out if they need storage in between or how long they need it, and then we prepare a quote and email it to them.
Yeah, and you don't pay until you book it. So
Yeah, no,
Nice. Are you still building?
I am.
So you guys are busy with 2 other careers and doing this and providing amazing service for your clients.
Well,
I
having
think-
good people below you is the most important piece
Yeah.
because we have people run it. I focus on the finance and marketing, and Tim's more operations based
Yeah, we have 2
and sales. So
drivers that are ex-professional movers. They had their own moving company, but they weren't making it on their own. Now they work for us, and we've got a couple of admin people that are fantastic. So, and then Dan and I do the rest. So,
I feel like you're giving back. So in your careers, you're a builder, successful
Yeah.
builder. You're a successful real estate agent. I feel like this is something that you're giving back, even though it's another business that you're creating.
yes,
It's definitely giving back to the community.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, and we also donate containers to Habitat for Humanity has 3 of our containers right now for free.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's wonderful.
There's one house going up in Nashua that they're using ours. They store all their construction equipment in it.
Yep.
And then there's 2 more. One Leominster, one Fitchburg.
right.
So
And then if
we-
you're doing a fundraiser, food drive, or clothing drive, we'll give you one for free. So
We've let schools
writing
use
all
them.
this down?
We let schools use them. We had a library.
Yeah.
Different charities.
So it doesn't have to be just for moving.
No.
It can be for
Storage.
another, storage need.
Yeah, storage.
So yeah. Oh, this is great.
This was great.
Grottenfest use our containers.
Oh, really?
All the stuff that they use at all their events is in a container in our yard.
Now, what about like cleaning these out afterwards? Everybody's moved. You have
Our staff cleans them after.
Okay.
They
Every time.
sanitize them and wash them down.
wow.
Yeah.
All right.
We do have a soccer group on Devons. They have 2 containers. One that they ship all over New York, and they have one here that goes to Devons.
And one that you don't want to clean.
Right. Yeah, so they unload all their gear, set it up, and then they put it back. They used to rent a truck, go to a storage unit, on and off, and now they love it. So now they're getting multiple units. We ship one to
Nice.
Florida for them as well.
Wow.
Great for organizations too. That's really,
Yeah.
really wow. My head's spinning. We had
I know.
great. Oh my goodness! This
Right?
This
Right?
is great
I
information.
know. So, I don't, you've got that
We can't
camera.
All kinds of.
Camera, where are you? Camera, there you are. And if you're able to zoom in on that. But seriously, I think this is a valuable, valuable service
Yeah.
that you have. And I know you're going to be hearing from both of us.
Right.
And also,
Looking
we'll be
forward to it.
spreading the word everywhere. I can't even imagine. This is definitely going in my black book. But I think it's really beneficial. That's not just for real estate.
Yes. Right.
It is also for community based, and you are just giving back.
Yep.
So I think it's really going to be helpful. Storage, moving, whatever it is. So I think it's been helpful to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
One other idea we haven't mentioned that we're used regularly for, people are refinishing their floors.
Oh.
They empty the house into our container. It takes about a week, then they put it back in.
Oh my goodness, this just happened yesterday. I'm a client. I gotta call them. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I just said to them, "How are you gonna move? Oh, don't do the floors." That's what I literally said.
And then we can move the items into the container for them.
Yeah.
And they don't have to deal with it at all.
So we have a couple of flooring companies that refer us to all their customers.
Okay. Well, I'm very, 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 very excited to have met you. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for coming.
Thank you.
This is
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you. Thanks a lot. I hope that you found this valuable. I know that I certainly have, and I learned. I know you and I spoke a lot, but I did learn a bit more here today. And so again, if you are looking for Dan and Tim, it's On the Move Mobile Storage. Lana and I, you can find at Coldwell Banker in Leominster. We'd love to help you with some added services that we're picking up from today. And please reach out. Feel free to subscribe. Like us, comment, let us
contact, whatever.
We want to hear from you.
Yes,
All
absolutely.
right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks again,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.